Hello, this is Greg from Greg Cheek Speaks, and I'm at Sporting Park. Actually, they changed the name to Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Missouri. As you can hear that up above, we're in a weather delay. Been a weather delay for about a half hour. This is common in this part of Kansas City. A little lightning, a little thunder, a little rain, a little hail, a little bit of everything. But I want to take a minute that I had a great opportunity today to do a bunch of interviews. I was bouncing between Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Royals, and then I was over at Sporting Kansas City, and then I went to the if you will, the feeder team, the AAA like baseball team, feeder team, Swope Park Rangers for the Sporting Kansas City team. And I had a chance to do an interview. And I've done a lot of these interviews in the last year since my book came out. I've interviewed Lothar Matthäus from the German national team, Figalio, who's the goalkeeper for Switzerland and plays for Wolfsburg. I've had all kinds of opportunities to interview different people. But I had the chance today to interview a special young man. I set it up because I'm writing a book on community college and the power of community college. What it's done for me, I've had over 3,000 students in the last 20 years, and I'm in contact with a lot of them and seeing what they have done and what they've become. So it's my passion. So I had a young man today, Omar Ballo, who is a player for the Swope Park Rangers, which is the team right below Sporting Kansas City here. Very competitive. Matter of fact, the team playing Champions League tonight against Kansas City is Vancouver, and Vancouver plays the United Soccer League, same as my team in Sacramento. Congratulations to Minnesota and Atlanta. They got selected today for their Major League Soccer teams next year. But this young man went to community college. I see Lee Schiller on here. He went to community college of Baltimore County, Essex. Young man came from Mali in Africa, did not speak English, came here, went to high school, good student, went to community college for 1 year. Then he transferred to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, played there for 3 years, graduated, just an unbelievable young man, and was drafted by Houston, was let go by Houston, had a little bit of time, he was kind of just in limbo, was picked up by Sporting Kansas City, the big team here, and now he plays for the developmental team for Swope Park Rangers. And as fate would have it, he was selected as the player of the week in the United States Soccer League, and there's a lot of teams in that league, 32 teams all across the United States and Canada. So I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna release it on Friday. It was it's just an amazing interview, the most incredible interview I've ever had in my life, and I've done a lot. I interviewed some people in the cancer center. I had my 6-year checkup yesterday. All was clear, all was good. So, but I interviewed some people yesterday going through some hard stuff. I was over at the Kansas City Chiefs complex today. I was over at the Royals before they played the Oakland A's today. But this young man is incredible. 25 years old, and watch him. He's going to do big, big stuff. That being said, when I went ahead and linked, after I did the video today, and I went ahead and Twittered it out and put it on social media, and I linked up back at the University of Maryland, Major League Soccer, Nike Sports, and some other places. And something that I got told by a lot of people was, how do you get these interviews? How are you getting these interviews? There's a great book out by a guy named James Altucher. And James Altucher wrote a book called Choose Yourself. And it's something I decided just a year or two after I was diagnosed with cancer, that opportunities weren't going to come to me. I had to make the opportunities myself. So what I did, I started writing people and contacting people and doing blogs and getting LinkedIn and started contacting people about, hey, can I do an interview? Do you mind if I interview you? And I just chose myself. And so now what I'm doing is I'm going out and contacting all kinds of people. I got a bunch of really, really cool interviews coming up. I've got Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers, Community College, Butte College, Cam Newton, Community College, Bremen, Texas, Julian Edelman from San Mateo Community College. All kinds of just cool stuff going on in my life, and I chose myself. I decided to go ahead and just start doing it. The interview I had today with Omar, I did it myself. A friend of mine is actually the manager of the Swope Park Rangers, the general manager. I contacted him. I found out that Omar was a community college kid, and do you mind if I interview him? So I did. Unbelievable. Tear-jerking when I left. I can't wait to release it on Friday. I got to cut it up a little bit. I got to make sure that everything I put out is good. With supporting Kansas City and Swope Park Rangers, that we didn't talk about anything that maybe we're not supposed to talk about. But this is for all my friends in Europe. I see Rob Dye on there. He knows about Champions League in Europe. This is CONCACAF. So this is Champions League for Canada, United States, Mexico, and South America. At least the northern South America countries. So it's very, very competitive. I was surprised how competitive it is. I watched practice today for the Swope Park Rangers, and I spent a lot of time the last 5 years following the Bundesliga and watching Bundesliga practices, interviewing people. And I watched Swope Park Rangers today, and it's right there at the same level. I've got a very good friend of mine, Andrew Wooten, who plays for Sandhausen, second division over in Germany, and it's pretty par at the same level of what he plays. So again, something that I told a lot of people today, and I had an opportunity to sit down with Omar and a couple other players, and this is the only advice I can give to people, and that is, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity that never arrives than to have an opportunity arrive and not be prepared. And that's something I've always lived by. I've done it since I've written the book, and there's been times that opportunities, today, I had 2 different interviews set up over the Kansas City Chiefs, and then I had another one at Children's Mercy Park, which is the center, which is the same sponsor of this beautiful, beautiful complex here, and they fell through. But you know what? I was prepared. But then again, I had an interview come up today, and it's a surprise, but I had an interview come up today I had no idea about, but I've been practicing about it. So I think that's key. So I don't know how much longer Ani is going to want to stay here. I know the people in Kansas City will stay here, and they will wait this baby out until they start playing again. It is now, it is almost 9 o'clock at night here. So, and it's still about 10 minutes left in the first half when they went to a weather delay. For those that haven't been here, this park is about, I think it's about 7 years old. It was built just as I went to Germany. I was in Germany for 5 years. It used to be called Livestrong Park. Then they changed the name, sponsored by Children's Mercy Park. And it is absolutely unbelievable, state of the art. Holds probably about 25,000. It's normally full in here. Obviously, a lot of people have cleared out because of the weather. Being the hardcore soccer fan that I am, I'm trying to hang in there as I can. But I will continue to put content. I'm so excited about Roland Prince. So excited about this next book I'm writing about community college. It really means a lot to me, and it's close to my heart. Community college saved my life. When I was a young man, I went to Shasta College, gave me an opportunity, and now that I've been teaching, this is my 20th year teaching community college, part-times, weekends, online, and I've been in contact with many of my 3,000 students. I've taught at 15 different community colleges, and the stories go from everywhere from doctors, lawyers, to you name it, military officers, non-commissioned officers, entrepreneurs. But I just want to share that with as many people as I can. I appreciate it, Lee. I see you're on here. I appreciate the love, and Omar, because you're my #1 Baltimore guy. He wanted to send love to Baltimore. I got really good feedback from his community when I linked it back to the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, on Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram. Lots of people coming back, remember him, and also the people in Houston. So all the friends of the Houston Dynamo, and a lot of people sent me messages today telling me, hey, they wish him, and he's glad he's doing so well. He was drafted very high by Houston, and then he was let go. Yeah, Purple Rain. You're right, Lee. Anyway, I think I've got about a 10-minute window, and Ani is going to be like, hey, it's time to go. But this is Greg from Greg Cheek Speaks, and I'm having a blast with what I'm doing in my life. I'm blessed to have left my 6-year checkup yesterday with Dr. Schneider and all my amazing staff. My heart goes out to Dr. Louston, my dentist. He passed away a couple weeks ago. We've got a rosary going on, a big rosary here in Kansas City on Saturday, but he was a great friend of mine, and one of the ones that gave me a big motivational boost that said, not only you can beat this, but go back and do whatever you want to do. So although I'm still doing my daytime thing, I still work for the military. I'm preparing myself someday for a full-time transition when I'm going to be doing speaking and writing and motivating, do all that kind of stuff. So from me here in beautiful sporting Kansas City Park, and hopefully at some point we're going to play again. To everybody out there, hopefully some others will watch this, but I see Lee out there, I see Rob Dye, Zach Layton. Zach Layton's a lieutenant. His father, I work for his dad, Colonel Tony Layton, one of the best officers, along with Lee Schiller, both of them retired 06s that I've ever known in my life, and they were both very close to me when I was going through radiation and chemo. I do have to admit though, every time I go into that cancer ward and I go to my checkups and you're waiting for the doctor to come in with the news, you're always about 10 seconds away from good news or bad news. So for those that are going through the same thing, the things I talk about in my book, meditation, yoga, silence, those kind of things are critical. If you're on here or you see it later, I know a lot of people link on later, and you want a copy of my ebook, go to my website, send me an email, I'll send you a copy of my Kindle ebook. Prince is trying to drown me out, so I don't know if they see me talking and they're going louder and louder. I think what's amazing for my soccer fans, over on the other side of the field over here, this is where they call it the cauldron, and that's where all the hardcore soccer fans are. They haven't left. They're still beating the drums and waiting for the teams to come back out. That's what I love about soccer. One thing I love about soccer, and I missed when I went to the Chiefs game the other day, I was pretty close to the field, 11th row. When the game was over, all the players left. Nobody came out and thanked the players, except for the quarterback for the Chiefs. He did come out back afterwards. He thanked the fans. But in soccer, at the end of the game, the players always come out and thank the fans, which I think is awesome. So, again, this is Greg from Greg Cheek Speaks from Sporting Park, Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Missouri. I appreciate everybody out there. Thanks for following what I'm doing with my mission of helping people going through issues, problems, and I'm pushing now towards community college and making sure everybody out there understands the value of going to community college. Not everybody's meant to go straight to university. It's okay to go to community college, and I'm going to keep pushing it, and I got some great interviews coming up in the future. So thank you everybody for following me. For those of you that are on here and that may watch it later, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye. If I can get it to turn off. I think I'm still alive.